Hey guys, welcome back to my channel for another beauty related video. Today we are looking at every single palette I own that I have not used in 2024. And spoiler alert, there are a few I haven't used at all. Some are because they're kind of purchased recently, meaning in the first quarter, and some are because, I don't know, but they were purchased last year and they still haven't been used. So today I'm going to show you every single palette. Some of them I'll give you my reasons why, some of them I won't. I will try to open them all up and show them to you, but I'm not going to have swatches for them. But I will say that the palettes in this, all of the palettes in here that have not been used yet in this year, have a pretty high chance of going to the chopping block at the end of the year if they are not used up. Especially if I don't think I'm going to get to them in this year. Because if I'm not going to use these products, then I don't need to be holding on to them, right? So let's take a look at all of the palettes I own that I have not used yet in 2024. So these are not going to be in any particular order, except that I do have things separated by brand, just to give it a little bit of rhyme and reason. So the very first thing is from a brand that I don't think is still around. They might be coming back, I think. Very limited, I don't know, but it's Aether Beauty. This palette is the Desert Sunset palette, and it's one that I received in a previous either BoxyCharm or Ipsy, I do not remember. I remember really wanting this one and really being excited for it because the packaging is really pretty, and the fact that the majority of this is cardboard, so if you take out the pans, this is completely recyclable, I believe. So all of those were things that I really liked about it. The color story, however, is just plain. It's plain with a little bit of a pop of pink. Hey, that pink kind of goes with my shirt. I haven't dug into this. I've owned this now for at least 2 years. I'm pretty sure 2 years, and I haven't dug into it. So if I don't dig into it soon, it is more than likely going to the chopping block. Then I have a Christmas palette that I bought at the end of last year, so I'm kind of understanding why I haven't used it. Hopefully I'll get to it this holiday. That is the I Heart Revolution Elf palette. This says I'm a cotton-headed ninny muggins. This palette is just the perfect palette for the holidays. It really represents the movie well, and Elf is my favorite Christmas movie. This has quite a few different shades, and while they aren't really Christmassy, like straight up Christmassy shades, they are definitely representative of the movie. I would have liked to see a little bit of greens and a little bit of reds though, because there are Christmas trees in the movie, so I don't understand why those colors didn't make it in here. There are a couple of colors that I feel like could have been easily replaced with those, but I still can see this being really easy to use for Christmas time. Then I have from Eloise, this is the Queen palette. I have used this previously, but just not this year. I love this palette, and I am like 99% sure there's no way this will make it to the chopping block. It is such a pretty palette. It's got some browns, it's got the pinks, it's got some purplish blues. It's just a really well done palette, and the quality is amazing. I honestly don't know why I haven't dug into this yet this year, but I know as we get into fall, it'll be used. It will be used. Then we're gonna go over to ColourPop. I have a few palettes from them that I haven't used this year. I have a feeling the first two are going to end up on the chopping block and are probably going to be decluttered, but you'll just have to come back and see. The first one is the Wine and Only palette. I thought I used this year in a project, but I guess that was last year because I have nothing tracking that I've used this. The reds are fine, the quality is fine. I just forget about this palette. I don't know. Maybe I'll use it at Christmas time. I don't know. The next one is Flutter by. This one I bought because my other channel is of sparrows and butterflies, and I love sparrows and I love butterflies, and it represented me well, but these aren't colors I gravitate towards. In fact, I don't know how much I've used this at all, and I've had this for a while. But these are just really pretty soft purples and browns, very soft leaning. I can't say whether or not this is a great palette because I just haven't dug into it. And unfortunately, I don't think I'm gonna keep it if I don't use it this year, even though I really want to because I love the packaging. But I'm not trying to be that type of hoarder. I'm not trying to collect things I never use. So it might leave. Then I have 2 makeup palettes from ColourPop that I have yet to use this year, which I am shocked by. The first one is Stone Cold Fox. This one I've just had a trouble remembering to use and really dig into this type of colors. And the other one is Get In Fresh, which I thought I used at the beginning of this year, but it is tracked nowhere. So unless I'm missing a video that I put out that I talked about using this, I don't think I've used this, but I thought I did. I thought I used the greens. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go back and do a digger deep dive and see if I did, but if I haven't, then this one is also one that I haven't used yet this year. Then we have another brand that I have several palettes from, and I have used almost none of them. So the ones that I have, so they are all from e.l.f. and they're all specifically these e.l.f. Mini Melt palettes. These are all 4-pan palettes. I have 8 of them here that I have not dug into this year, including 2 of them that haven't even been opened. So these 2 are more than likely going to be decluttered at the end of this year, if not before that, because if I'm not going to use them, why am I keeping them? The first 2 here are Hot Jalapeno, which has beautiful yellows and greens, which is why I've kept it. And then Truffles, which just seems like a great everyday type palette. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Should I just declutter those right now? No, I'm gonna give it a little bit more time. Next, we have 2 from their Mint Melt collection. I believe there were 3 or 4 of these. This one is Mint Tippy, and then we have Chocolate Mint. This one here was in a project last year, so I used it a lot last year, and I think that's why I'm not digging into this one this year, because I used it so much last year. But I did really like this one. This one, I just don't know. I don't have an excuse. I just don't. And I don't have an excuse for any of these other ones either. So I have Carnival Candy, Berry Bad, which is beautiful, Acai, Beautiful Blues, and lastly, Cream and Sugar, a very good neutral palette. I think because there's only 4 shades is why I'm not digging into it, but at the same time, I don't know. Couldn't tell you. So those might end up being on the chopping block this year, which is sad because I originally wanted to collect all of them, and then I just kind of got bored of them, and I found other things I liked better. Speaking of other things I liked better, I have 3 of the Natasha Denona mini palettes, I believe is what they're called. 2 of them I have used plenty of times already this year, but this one, Jubilee, I have not used yet this year. This one is a beautifully done palette, but I just kind of forget about it for some reason. I don't typically wear those pinks. The yellow isn't my favorite because it's a shimmery yellow. This blue here, absolutely gorgeous, but this one, I know it's probably picking up very blue for you guys, but in the room that I stored it in, I just instantly look at this and instantly think, oh, that's black, I don't need that, and I forget that it's like a denim blue. So because I always see that kind of as a much darker color, I forget that it's a beautiful blue that I should be using. So I'm sure I will hit this again before the end of the year, but yeah, it's beautiful formula. I love the Natasha Denona formula. One day I'll get one of her bigger palettes, but for now I only have the 5-pan palettes. Then we're gonna move into Ace Beauté. I own 2 of their palettes. I do believe that they are currently selling out, like having a big sale to sell out all of their inventory because they are rebranding. I don't know like when they're supposed to relaunch and all of that. I don't know why they're rebranding. I don't know anything. But the 2 palettes I have are from before they even reformulated. So a long time ago they had palettes, Then they took away those palettes and reformulated the palettes, and now they're rebranding. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know. But the two I have not used this year, but I do love them, and I'm shocked I haven't used this one this year. This one I understand why. So the first one is Nostalgia palette. This one they definitely did reformulate, but this is my the older formula, and guys, I loved this. Absolutely love this. I didn't get to try the new formula, but I loved this one. So if the new formula is better, I cannot even imagine that quality. But this one I normally use a lot in the summer, and I haven't dug it out yet. I'm sure I'll get to it soon. I also can use this really easily in fall though. I know some of these are kind of bright, but this is such a beautiful palette. So those oranges and the purples are gorgeous. The yellows work decently. The green is okay. It's not really my favorite shade of green, but that orange, beautiful. The other one I use in the fall. This is the Falling For You, and it is just straight up a full fall palette. Absolutely beautiful oranges and purples and browns. Gorgeous. The shimmers are amazing. The quality is amazing. I really hope that when they rebrand and come back, they have at least as good a formula as this, because I really like this one. Then I have 3 palettes from Juvia's Place that I have yet to dig into this year. The first one is the Zulu palette. This one is just the perfect 9-pan palette for me, which has so much color, so much vibrancy, and so much versatility. I can use this on its own, or I can use it as a companion palette, but yet I haven't dug into it this year, and I do not know why. But I'm sure this season it'll be used. Absolutely love this one. I do not foresee that or any of the Juvia's Place ones going to the chopping block. The next one is the Magic Mini. Again, another one with beautiful artwork. Another great palette. This one is smaller pans because it has more shades. Beautiful greens, beautiful blues. The orange down there is perfect orange for fall time. Really fun. I don't know why. Again, I haven't used it yet this year, but I'm sure that won't be for long. Next is the First Culture palette, and this one I'm shocked I haven't dug into, especially because I'm pretty sure I haven't dug into it except for one shade at all. I don't understand it. So this has purples and blues and greens and oranges and pinks, and so I don't know why I haven't used it yet. So we're going to be using that soon. The one shade in here I have used is Bono, I believe is how it's pronounced. This beautiful blue, really pretty. But I need to dig this one out and start using it more because I don't want this one in the chopping block. Do not want that one to go to chopping block at all. Next we have the palettes I own from Ofra Cosmetics. Guys, I'm really sad that all of these are in here, that I haven't used them. But the first one I have used before, just not this year. It is the Mini Mix palette, Good to Go. I like these shades up on the top row. The rest are just okay and don't really use it often, but that green shade especially is really, really pretty. I really hope that I dig into this a little bit more this year. Next, I have the Caribbean Glitz palette. This one I believe was done with an influencer. I do have the covering over it just because this one does get a bit more fallout. Those sparkly shades are what I have used. I don't think I've used any of the other shades in here. I'm not positive. So those sparkly shades are really fun to play with. I just haven't dug into it yet this year. Then I have the Beyond Words, which I believe was another collab they did. This one I have not used. This has really pretty colors. They're all matte shades with a little bit of like a sparkle in it, but not like a shimmer. And then I don't know why. I think this one would be really pretty for fall time, so hopefully I use it then. But if not, that one might end up on the chopping block. And then next, I'm really shocked that this one is in here. I thought I used it once at the beginning of the year, but I don't have any tracking saying that I did. So this is the Urban Wanderer palette. This is one of their pro palettes. This thing is huge. Huge. Those are all the different colors that you get with that. You can do a smoky eye with cool grays, or you can do greens and blues. Just so much versatility in this. I don't know why I don't reach for this. I will say that it has a really good size mirror on here, which does give it some heft. So I wouldn't really travel with this because of that, but I do like that there's a mirror. I cannot tell you why I have not dug into it this year. Then I have two palettes from Glamlight that I have yet to use this year. The first one I have used before. This is their Icy. This is the Blue Raspberry palette. This is literally just blues. And it is so fun, beautiful quality. I was very, very impressed with this, especially because I bought it at TJ Maxx. So I got it for a really big discount, and I was thinking maybe this is here because it's not great quality. Glamlight shocked me. It is beautiful quality. I just haven't dug into it yet this year. I'll probably use those again in the winter time. The next one, I am so mad at myself. I haven't even opened it. I wanted this one for so long. This is the Hershey's Cookies and Cream from Glamlight. This one I haven't used yet because I want to film something like opening it and using it. I don't know why I need to do that, but I feel like I want to do that, and that's why I haven't opened this yet this year. But if this doesn't get used by the end of this year, especially if it's not opened, it will be decluttered. So I better get on top of that. Then I have 3 palettes from Nomad Cosmetics. I love Nomad Cosmetics. I bought these in the first quarter. I just haven't had a chance to give swatches and play with them. And that's why I haven't used them yet. The first one is their Tokyo palette. Adorable packaging. This one is very pastel-y. I was hoping to use it in the springtime, but I just never got around to it. But super cute. Oh, see, it's even got the cover on it. Super cute colors. I just need to make the swatches so that I can actually dig into this one. This one, I believe, is now completely discontinued, and I do not think they are bringing it back. But just in case they do, I want to have the swatches for it. Then we have the Nomad Polynesia palette. This one, packaging-wise, looks very similar to their most recent one, which is the Florida Keys one, which I don't have. But color story-wise is different. I mean, the packaging is different, but it reminds me of each other. This one, I believe, is also discontinued and sold out, and I do not know if it'll come back or not. But this one has a few more shimmers and a good amount of mattes. Those greens are beautiful. The blues are beautiful. The oranges and peaches, like, again, I just haven't had a chance to swatch this so that I can start using this, but I'm going to very, very soon. No, these will not be on the chopping block. Spoiler alert, it's not happening. It is not happening. If it happens, it must mean that they were horrible quality, and I can't believe that no one would have that. So I don't think those will be on the chopping block. The last from Nomad Cosmetics that I have here that I haven't used yet is the Hudson palette. This one I will not be digging into except for making swatches until closer to fall time. This one is also discontinued, and I'm not sure if they're going to bring it back for the fall. But beautiful, beautiful packaging as always. And something I really liked about this, besides just the color story, because, like, let's give this color story a moment. It's got some orange, it's got some red, it's got some like brick red, it's got the greens, it's got the browns. It's beautiful, beautiful fall color story. But if you look closely at the embossing, you'll see fall stamps as well as a little bit of spooky stamps for those of us who wanted a Halloween palette from them. So we've got like apples, we've got music symbols, we've got the Headless Horseman, I believe is what that is called, with his head being the jack-o'-lantern. We've got a couple little jack-o'-lanterns on one of them. We've got the state embossed stamp. We've got a farm here. So just perfect for fall and a little touch of spooky season in there. So I'm really excited for this one in a few months. Okay, I have 2 last palettes to show you that I have yet to use this year. I'm going to tell you right now that I'm scared to use them, and that's why they're still not used. They were ones that I received for free, not as PR, but the company was doing like a scavenger hunt thing as they were decluttering some of their products. And if you found it on their website, you got it for free with just paying shipping. I am scared to use them because I also got a few lip products from them that way, and 2 of the 4 lip products I tried, I did not react well to. And I've noticed that anytime these 2 palettes are near me, so I actually had them further away from me this whole time and I just brought them over here. Every time they're near me, my face starts to get a little heated, a little, feels a little swollen, even though it's not really swelling. And my lips are feeling a little weird, okay? So I don't know if there is a product that, a ingredient that they use throughout all of their products, or at least their lip products and their eyeshadows, that my skin doesn't like. But that's why I haven't used them yet. And that's why they will most likely end up on the chopping block, because if I'm not going to use them, I'm gonna part with them. I'm not gonna say that I think that it's anything wrong that the brand has done. I think maybe there's an ingredient here that I've never experienced before that is giving me these feelings, okay? So the first palette, so these are from Clarity Cosmetics, and that might be helpful. The first is the Evil Mermaid, which is such a pretty blues palette. Just so gorgeous. Just so good. And even opening this, my eyes are itchy. And then the Safari palette, which this one is my favorite of the 2, even though I've not used them. But this color is just so, so beautiful. And I have seen nothing but good things about this company. I do believe that they are like discontinuing most of their stuff and coming back with new stuff. So I don't know if their formulas are changing. Again, I don't know what it is. Why just even being in the presence of these, my body just feels uncomfortable. Like I'm not having like hives or anything, or like, I don't know, but I'm afraid that if I put them on my skin, I might. I don't know. The thing is, I'm pretty sure I've looked through both of these and looked at all of the ingredients and compared it to other palettes I have, and I don't think there's anything different. So I don't know what's going on. And the same with the lip products. I found the lip products ingredients somewhere online. I don't know if it was on their website or not. And I was comparing it to other lip products I have, and I don't feel like there was a difference. So I don't know why my skin is having a reaction that they are. But if I continue to be afraid of these for too much longer, I am just going to pass them on, because they are beautiful and I don't think it's anything wrong with the quality. I think it's probably just something that my body doesn't like. So those are all of the eyeshadows. See, I can't even think straight. So those are all of the, hold on, I gotta move these. You know, I'm going to laugh if they're the brand that reaches out to me and wants to send me my very first PR, because I'm probably gonna have to say no unless they've drastically changed their formulas and their ingredients, because even it being away from me and I stepped outside and took some breaths for a couple minutes, I'm still feeling the slightly swollen, the slightly like uncomfortableness, but it's already feeling so much better. I don't know what it is. Have you had that experience with any brand, whether it be them or any other brand? I've never had this happen before, and I'm really sad because I'm wanting to experience that brand. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, these are all of the eyeshadow palettes I own that I have not used. This is a lot, guys. This is a lot, and it really helps me see what I need to dig into this year, or what might be leaving my collection. Will I be decluttering a lot at the end of this year? You'll just have to come back and see. If you enjoy this type of content, if you enjoy project pans, if you enjoy declutter videos, if you enjoy experiencing and playing with your makeup that you already own, and sometimes checking out new things, well then I hope you will hit that subscribe button so you don't miss my next videos. Hit that thumbs up if you liked this video, and there will be some videos at the end of this on the screen for you to click through and watch some more from me. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.